Chris Langston here, just tapping in, chiming in on a little bit of a live call. I'm in between work at the moment, so I'm actually out teaching music. It's one of my beautiful jobs that I do as a music tutor, and I'm in between lessons. And I thought I'd just jump on, do a little live chat, and post the question. Today's question, that being, how old is too old to be a DJ? Now, it's a bit of a loaded question because obviously, really, in theory, being too old shouldn't really come into the equation. But if I'm being honest, someone who, myself, someone who's kind of in the mid 40s, and has been DJing for a while now, DJing for, over a couple of decades, and very grateful for the fact that I'm able to do this on a weekly basis, averaging a couple of gigs a week at least, which is an absolute honor and a privilege to do. And I'm based in Queenstown, New Zealand, South Island, Queenstown, New Zealand. So it's a tourist town. So there's always a lot of events going on, especially in terms of hospitality. So I'm pretty much a club DJ. I'm definitely not like a wedding DJ or anything like that. I'm more of a club DJ, and I'm more specialized in terms of the sound that I play, that being funk, soul, disco, boogie music. That's my kind of style. Over in New Zealand, there's a lot of the EDM um, fans over here. Drum and bass. Drum and bass is massive in New Zealand. House music. Nothing against any genre of music. I'm a DJ. I've got my ears open. That's what I'm all about. But that just doesn't float my boat. Basically, it doesn't really tickle my throat. A little bit of house music here and there does. I do enjoy that. Anyway, digressing. My point being that, like I say, out on the weekends, most weekends, and I'm gigging, and being around. There's quite a few DJs in town, and being around a lot of these DJs, trying to network, I've found it to be fairly tricky. That being, we're talking about a difference of a couple of decades in age for me. Talking about a different generation of people, lovely people. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of being able to connect and being on that wavelength, that's something that's been a little bit tricky to navigate over recently. So it got me thinking, you know, am I getting too old to be a DJ? Now, again, it's a bit of a silly question because obviously what comes with being an older DJ is all those years of experience and the fact that when I was growing up, in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, when I was getting into music in a massive way, I got a real good insight into that scene at the time that was breaking. So I've got kind of that experience and bringing that knowledge of different styles, genres over with me. And I've got more of an older ear in terms of like even going back to the 50s, 60s, that kind of music. This is this is the presage. What's the word? The the word I'm trying to think of is the beautiful era of music, as far as I'm concerned. Um, what's the word? Pressure? No, it's not pressure. Anyway, the beautiful era of music is what I'm trying to say. 60s, 70s, that kind of thing. Um, it's seldom looked upon nowadays unless it's very, very nichey. So I like to think that I'm bringing that into the mix. I'm bringing that to the party, so to speak. And many occasions I've been playing at a venue and I play kind of an old style tune. People have come up and they've even said to me, "I'm not into this kind of music, but I really like this. I really like what you put forward or what you're doing." Plus the fact I'm a vinyl DJ, which is few and far between nowadays, and I get that it's an expensive hobby to have, and I've got a nice collection over the years that I've brought with me. But I like to do that. That's who I am. That's what I offer. That's what I bring is the vinyl side of things. And I don't feel like it's a proper set unless I'm doing a vinyl set. And again, nothing against DJs that don't do that. Most don't nowadays. It's just how I go about things. Um, so yeah, and a lot of my inspirations and influences of DJs over the years, you know, into this day are in the 50s, 60s. years of age, and they're still going. For example, in Queenstown, where I'm at the moment, about a month ago or so, Carl Cox, who's in his 60s, one of the biggest DJs of all time, in the EDM range, he was playing a gig in Queenstown, sold out. So I don't think it's really a factor, but obviously people like that are on a different level. They're international DJs. So in terms of I won't say it's a hobby because I'm actually doing this as a career. It's part of my career. But in terms of a working DJ, it's got me thinking a little bit. And I definitely do prefer daytime gigs nowadays to some of the later nighttime gigs. Not so much for the music, more for the fact that I'm carrying around a lot of gear, and a lot of that gear is heavy. And it does take its toll, especially as I do like 5-6 hour sets as well. So yeah, I'm just kind of over the past weekend, which has been a big weekend. I think 15 hours of playing music, dancing, and lugging gear around. Just got me kind of thinking of the next phase I'm going into. Now I hope I get to continue because I do love what I do. There's nothing better than getting in front of a bunch of people who are not sure what you're going to bring, and at the end of the day, they enjoy it. But yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there and have a little chat, see what you think. I might do a few more of these because it's quite cathartic for me. Always a lot of pressing questions at the end of a performance, or pressing questions going into being a working DJ, pretty much full-time working DJ. How about yourself? Are you in the same situation? Have you been doing it for years? Are you still doing it now? Let me know what you think. Let me know what your suggestions and your tips are. If you're not, are you just getting into DJing? Is there any tips, any tips or any talking points you want to go over? More than happy to. Like I say, I've got a fair bit of experience under my belt, and there's nothing better than kind of passing on that knowledge and inspiring other people, hopefully, to get into the industry, because it's a beautiful industry to be in. And it's changing all the time. It's changed a hell of a lot over the years. But at the end of the day, it's all about, okay, we're DJs, but DJs are messengers. It's all about the music, and that's how it should be. So I just thought I'd put that out there and see what you think. How old is too old to be a DJ? Let me know what you think. Cheers for now.